What's good, y'all? Nayoa Inoue is being called out for extra thick hand wraps. A lot of people are calling foul play. You know what I mean? Fulton's trainer in the middle of a press conference called it out, and he said that the way that Inoue wraps his hands is too many layers, and he's threatening to pull Fulton out of the fight. You know what I mean? When he said that, Fulton looked like he disagreed. You know what I mean? Fulton came all the way to Japan for this big payday and this big legacy fight. You know what I mean? Him personally, he didn't say anything about the situation. He feel like he can win the fight regardless. But at the same time, he should think about his safety as well. Like, you could be doing good outboxing him for 7, 8 rounds and you get caught with a clean shot and the fight be over and you be thinking like, damn, what was in there? You know what I mean? I was doing good. I had the fight won. So it's something that he does need to think about. Timothy Bradley last night on the Cambosis Maxie Hughes telecast, he pointed it out as well. He said that Inoue stacks too many layers of gauze and tape on his knuckles, you know what I mean? Too many layers, and it increases his punching power 10 times. You know what I mean? That's very alarming. I doubt that it gives him 10 times the power, but it gives him more power. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go through with this fight. And a lot of times when you go at an A side for something like this, they end up going through with the equipment anyways because they have the state commission because they're in Japan and they say that he used the wraps in that style in Japan numerous of times. So I think that, you know, they're going to approve Inoue. I don't think he's going to change what he's been doing his whole career. And that's kind of weird, man, because you got to think about that now, man. You know, I don't want to take his whole accomplishments in his career as a grain of salt, you know, try to throw it in the trash can now. But if you out there with extra padded hand wraps, you know, there's a little something to that. You know, you gotta, some of that stuff is watered down because they talking like he won his whole career with the hand wraps. You know what I mean? And he had did it in some of his fights in the U.S. as well. I heard he fought in Las Vegas before. There's only a couple places in the United States that approves that hand wrap. And that's the places that he fought. Maybe them the places that he fought on purpose because he knew that's the place where they improved the hand wraps. And it's just crazy, man. You know, Fulton going on the road already. You know, he ain't gonna have the judges on his side, even though that I read an article that all the judges aren't from the U.S. or the Japan. And you know, you got to go against that. And you got to go against this guy with extra padded hand wraps. You know what I mean? I feel like they're going to call Team Fulton's bluff. And it's going to be up to them to pull out the fight or not. And it seemed like Fulton and his trainer is going to be at odds about that. Because it seemed like Fulton wants to get out there regardless. He feel like he's better than this dude, and I feel like he's better than the Inoue too. But hey, I want everything on the even playing field. Even Fulton rapping his the way that Inoue rap his, that's not really gonna solve much. You know what I mean? That's still gonna put Fulton at a disadvantage because he's not used to fighting that way and not used to taking punches that way. You know what I mean? So I don't think two wrongs gonna make a right in this situation. Uh, I don't know, man. I mean, the trainer called it out, but I just don't think Japan is gonna make Inoue, do it a different way. That's just something to think about in this fight. I don't think it'll be an excuse. I don't think it'll be an excuse if Fulton lose or whatever. But me personally, I do think that Inoue should level down that tape if that's the case. You know what I mean? And now people is gonna be thinking about this. Now people gonna be thinking about, is he padded up or whatever. It's starting to, take credit away from the victory before it even happens. And Nui is the favorite in the fight. You know what I mean? What if he hits Fulton with a one punch knockout or something like that? That's definitely gonna be questioned. But he has one punch. Well, he got devastating knockouts throughout his career, so you really don't know. You really don't know. I was surprised to see Timothy Bradley go against the top ranked code. You know what I mean? To really call out Inoue like this. That's interesting to see. But who knows? Who knows? Because I feel like if they don't change the hand wraps, Fulton's still gonna want to fight. He's not gonna want to listen to his trainer. He hasn't really complained about it in no interviews like that. So I don't think it's a huge, huge deal. I think Fulton has the skills. I think he's gonna outbox Inoue regardless. But he shouldn't have those hand wraps on though. He shouldn't have the triple, quadruple layers. That's just a little too much. Fulton's already on the road and got to win by 9 rounds to win the fight anyway. You know what I mean? And Nui got all the fans, all the punches that he throws. The crowd's going to be going crazy as it is. But I don't know, man. I don't know if Inoue, what to call, Inoue's career. I do think about the hand wraps or whatever. Maybe it's just allowed in Japan. Maybe his opponents had those same wraps. That's what I'm hoping. But it's just something to think about. I don't know. I'm probably the fight. I mean, this hand wrap situation not going to change my pick. I still feel like Fulton can win the fight, but he might. I think Fulton might for sure get hurt at least once or twice in this fight. Especially he get hit flush standing in front of Nui too long. He gonna get hurt. And even if he outbox him for 2 minutes and 30 seconds and he get hurt in the last 30 seconds, they gonna get around to Inoue. But I don't know. It's just I don't think it's excuses by Team Fulton. They just gotta make sure. Better safe than sorry. Each team has a person that goes in the opponent's locker room as they wrapping their hands up, to make sure everything is legal. So Team Fulton better make sure they have somebody over there, checking what's going on. But the fight, though, is going to be explosive. Top 2 fighters at 122, in my opinion. It's the best fight that can be made. And I don't think Fulton is going to let these rumors scare him out of his payday and his opportunity at greatness right here. The winner of this fight is going to be top 5 pound for pound. It's a lot at stake here. And Fulton, I don't think he can afford to pull out of this fight. He came all the way to Japan. He's been keeping himself disciplined. He's been training. And, he don't want to throw it all away over this glove controversy. Just have a team member over there as he's wrapping his hands up. And if they see something that's not right, just holler at them then. But I think that Japan is gonna let him wrap his hands the way that he do, because he's been doing it. He's been doing it, and he's in his hometown. There's no way they're gonna make him change, I don't think. But I'm gonna holler at y'all though. The fight is tomorrow morning, well, Tuesday morning. Make sure you get up early enough for that, because you might have to get up a little early. It's at 5 in the morning and at 9 in the morning, East Coast, I think. But I'm gonna highlight y'all.